I'm hungry. As we know, it's still quarantine and COVID-19 is still vibing, just, you know, taking its time, having a long stroll around the shop. So we had loads of like sweets and chocolates and goodies and, you know, diabetes inducers just to keep us going and keep us happy. Well, here's the thing. We are fat and we're fat. We ate it all. We've been in here for what, 3 months, going on 4. It doesn't last that long. The tin stuff does, like the tuna, the sweet corn, the beans. Actually, no, we ran out of beans like 3 times in the last 2 months, and we don't even eat beans anyways. Christ. In the last while, I've started baking. With food, not the drugs. I can't afford that. And I've kind of perfected the recipe for like queen cakes, buns, cupcakes, whatever, pecan cookies, chocolate biscuit cake, Rice Krispie squares. But there's still some stuff that I'm kind of rusty on, and I have to make everything gluten-free because my sister has to be awkward and has to be gluten-free. She can't help it, but like, how rude. Last week I attempted to make a gluten-free cookie. I've made gluten-free cookies before, but I make them with corn flour. Now here's the thing, my mom bought corn flour. That was just a nice move, you know? I'm gonna look for a recipe to try and make gluten-free chocolate chip cookies, but not make them like a cake on the inside and make them chewy. That's what she said. What we're gonna do, we're gonna find a Jesus, we're gonna find a recipe and we're gonna make it, because what else are you gonna do in quarantine besides putting on weight? What else is there to do? You know what I'm saying? Oh. Cashew and peanut butter gluten. I asked for corn flour. See these guys? I made them last week and they came out like cake. You weren't chewy, you literally tasted like ass. No, they tasted good, but they weren't chewy. Gluten-free chocolate chip cookie recipe. Did a little bit of research. My laptop is having another aneurysm. She's heating up. She's hotter than July. When I made my cookies last week, I only used gluten-free flour because we didn't have corn flour. But it says to use both corn flour and gluten-free flour to make literally what it says here, the ultimate soft, chewy, and sticky cookie. I mean, I'm down. The recipe is by The Cookie Rookie. The ingredients, I have everything except kosher salt and chocolate chips. I have chocolate chunks, but I have everything else. Oh no, I don't have eggs. You serious? I don't have an egg. Not serious.
Seriously serious.
Excuse me. Ask my neighbor for an egg. That's what I'll do. Let's do this. Bet you my left atrium, my neighbors won't have an egg. I have to go retrieve my egg out in that while wearing these. I knocked, but there's no answer, and the door is locked, and I need a freaking egg. I retrieved the eggs, and not just one, but 2. I need to plug my phone in, or else it will die. Hi, you are definitely lopsided, but this is the best we're gonna get. Put my laptop. See? I could have broke my Mac. I'll make it work. So this video didn't really go according to plan. It's not funny. It really isn't funny. I'm actually so pissed. So as you can tell, I was using my trusty mini microphone that I love so much. Paid €15 for it. Very overpriced, but you know, good purchase. Money's gone. What can I do about it? It doesn't usually give me problems as long as it's wired in properly to my phone. Until this video. The bad thing was, it's really funny, the specific part of footage that I filmed for 18 minutes, my mic just said I am a head out. Literally stopped working. I'm keeping as calm as I can right now. So my only other option, besides deleting this video, completely forgetting about it, which I'm not doing, is just to do a voiceover of the parts that have no audio. The good thing is some parts do have audio, and I've already got this edited. I'm doing as best as I can. I'm really sorry. I'm also not a professional baker, so I'm not gonna be speaking in proper terms. Okay, let's do it. First things first, preheat your oven to 175 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That was very fast and I'm out of breath. The recipe I followed called for 8 tablespoons of salted butter melted. Here's the thing, I only had margarine or unsalted butter, but I read up on it and apparently you don't use margarine for cookies because the amount of fat burns the cookie. I don't really know. I just went with the unsalted butter anyway. I also had no idea where to put my microphone, and at one point I started wrapping it around my kettle. For some reason, I don't know why that was a good idea, and I think that could have been what broke my microphone. And while I was doing that, I started breaking out into song. I cannot read my own lips. I have no idea what I was singing, but there was also no need for that. For hygiene, I tied my hair back because I'm a good chef, but I ended up looking like a little deprived boy. When do I not look like that, actually? Sir, I'm doing a voiceover, can you not? Then I heard my cats being raped outside. I'm not even messing, it happens every night. Freaking tomcats. Also, my phone was glue tacked to my computer screen and it kept falling. If the angle changes 5 times in this video, you know why. The recipe asked for 8 tablespoons of melted butter, but I didn't know what would be the perfect amount to melt so I wouldn't be wasting any butter. So I asked Siri, what's 8 tablespoons fluid in milliliters? Tried to put that voice as good as I could to the video. I got a strange enough answer because I seemed very confused. I then asked, what's 8 fluid tablespoons in grams? Am I doing this right? I obviously wasn't happy with the answer. Was showing you how gross unsalted butter looks. I don't know why, it just kind of looks hairy. Started cutting it using so much elbow grease the arm nearly came off me. But then I remembered that I usually measure in ounces when I'm making buns or cakes. So then I asked Siri again, what's 8 tablespoons in ounces? And she told me it was 4 ounces. So I measured 4 ounces on the scale to make sure it was perfect, and I smelled my fingers. I don't know why, because I knew they were going to smell bad. Another dilemma I came across while baking was that I needed both dark brown sugar and white sugar. The thing is, I only have light brown sugar. The recipe called for a half a cup of white sugar and a quarter cup of dark brown sugar. So I said fuck it, and I put a half and a quarter cup of brown sugar into the bowl. And when I say it was a lot of sugar, I mean, like, diabetes was looking up at my face. Poured it in, cracked my egg. Very well done if I do say so myself. 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, and then I was off to the microwave to melt my butter. And this is where things get even more terrible. I brought my butter out to the microwave, put it in for a minute. Don't do that. Don't. If you take anything away from this video, do not leave your butter unattended for a minute in a microwave, because it will blow up. And it did, and it got absolutely everywhere. So I stopped filming and cleaned the microwave. It was so smelly. And I measured out another 4 ounces of butter, brought it to the microwave, and this time stayed with it and put it on 30-second intervals, and it melted to pure perfection. Poured the butter in. It made a really wrong sound, that's why I made that face. And that's where my voice comes back, so I can stop doing this because I feel really freaking stupid. I just whisked the butter and the sugar together. Hear that goopy sound? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Add the vanilla and the egg and beat for 15 seconds on low. This is baby chicken. Sorry, vegans. 1, 3, 7, 8, 14, 15. Add the flour, cornstarch, baking soda, and salt. I don't have kosher salt. 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, or half a teaspoon of cornstarch. That's all I need. These are definitely going to turn out freaking ranky. And I need a sieve. It doesn't say sieve, but I always sieve everything. Hi, how are you doing? That's about a cup, right? These are gonna turn out like ass, I just know they are. This is the cup and a half of gluten-free flour, then it's literally a half teaspoon of corn flour. I don't know, I don't have kosher salt, so I just use salt, baking soda. Ew. Oh, I need chocolate chunks. Shit. I'm gonna mix this, then cut up the chocolate chunks. Enjoy. Okay, it actually doesn't look that bad. It's not getting crumbly. Does that look crumbly to you? Because to me, ew. That's not a cookie. It's cake batter. What have I done? I'm gonna keep eating. That's what Michael Jackson said. I'm just gonna show you the batter. Does that look crumbly to you? I can leave it over my head and it's not falling out. If that was crumbs, the kitchen would be destroyed. I think it's because they told me to melt the butter. I've done my fair share of baking over the last, 3 weeks. The butter is always at like room temperature, but it's not melted. We'll see how they go. Oh my. The recipe says 1 cup of milk chocolate chips, but fuck it, I don't care. I almost cut the wire. That's the way I was giving out because the cookies weren't crumbly and like blah blah blah. I kind of got over that really quickly because they actually look pretty alright. Not cooked obviously, but they look edible. They're actually better than the ones I made last week. These ones aren't half as sticky. So she said. It says bake for 10 to 11 minutes. I find that just kind of doesn't really cook them. They're kind of still dough. We'll see what happens. I'll eat them anyway. They'll just burn. Sayonara, sexies. I feel like I just put my children to bed. Alexa, set timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
I love her. These are beautiful. What the fuck? Thumbnail. They look beautiful. I'm gonna try one because I actually haven't gotten to try one and they've been sitting here in front of me for like 20 minutes. Ow. Oops, compared to the ones I made last week, 1,000 times better. They're not gooey. They're definitely not gooey. They're more crunchy. You know, the cookie rookie, I doubted you in the beginning, but you really did well in the end. If you're gluten intolerant or celiac, don't complain anymore.